Dramatic visuals of ancient Norse landscapes fill the screen: towering snow-capped mountains, mist-covered fjords, and the sprawling branches of Yggdrasil, the world tree, reaching into the heavens. A subtle, haunting melody plays in the background with traditional Nordic instruments. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're taking a journey into the legendary world of Norse mythology, a realm filled with gods, giants, and mystical beings. Have you ever wondered what lengths someone would go to gain ultimate wisdom? Well, grab a comfy seat, maybe a mug of mead, or coffee works too, and let's dive into the epic tale of Odin, the All-Father, and the incredible sacrifices he made in his quest for knowledge. Visuals of Odin sitting on his throne in Asgard, with ravens perched on his shoulders and his one eye gleaming with wisdom. Images of his spear Gingnir and his eight-legged horse, Sleipnir. So, who exactly is Odin? Picture this. He's the chief of the Aesir gods, ruling over Asgard, the majestic realm of the gods. Think of him as the CEO of the Norse pantheon, or maybe the ultimate patriarch. He's known by many names: All-Father, the god of wisdom, war, death, and even poetry. Talk about wearing multiple hats. He's a complex character who embodies both the noble and the enigmatic. You might recognize him by his trademark look: a tall, old but formidable figure with a long beard and, wait for it, only one eye. We'll get into how that happened in a bit. It's quite the story. Winking face: he's often depicted wearing a cloak and a broad hat, sometimes to conceal his missing eye while wandering among mortals incognito. And he's not alone. He's accompanied by his two faithful ravens, Hugin and Munin, names that mean thought and memory. These birds are like his personal reconnaissance team, flying across the 9 realms every day, gathering news and whispering it back into his ear. Oh, and let's not forget his spear, Gingnir. Crafted by dwarves, it's said to never miss its mark. Plus, he rides an 8-legged horse named Sleipnir, who is not only super fast but can travel between worlds. Yes, 8 legs. There's an interesting backstory there involving Loki, but that's a tale for another time. So, what's Odin's deal with knowledge? In Norse culture, wisdom wasn't just about book smarts. It was about understanding the mysteries of the universe, the secrets of the runes, and the fate of gods and men. Knowledge was power, literally. Odin was consumed by a desire to know everything. He wasn't content with ruling from a throne. He wanted to understand the deepest mysteries of existence. This relentless pursuit is one of his defining traits. He was always seeking, always exploring. One of the most famous stories about his quest is the tale of Mimir's well. Legend has it that this well, located beneath one of the roots of Yggdrasil, was a source of immense wisdom and understanding. But accessing its waters wasn't as simple as dipping a bucket. To drink from Mimir's well, there was a steep price set by Mimir himself, the wise being who guarded it. Odin didn't hesitate. He willingly sacrificed his own eye for just one drink from the well. Imagine the depths of his commitment. From that day on, he was known for his one-eyed appearance, a living symbol of the price he paid for wisdom. This wasn't just a physical sacrifice. It represented giving up a part of himself to gain a higher understanding. It's pretty profound when you think about it. But wait, sacrificing his eye was just the beginning. Odin's thirst for knowledge was insatiable. So, what does a god do when he wants to unlock the secrets of the universe? He goes to extreme lengths. He decided to perform the ultimate act of sacrifice. He hung himself from Yggdrasil, the immense cosmic tree that connects the 9 realms. And we're not talking about a casual hangout session. He impaled himself with his own spear, Gingnir, and hung there for 9 days and 9 nights. During this time, he had no food, no water, and endured immense pain. He even refused help from others. This act was akin to a shamanic rite, a self-inflicted ordeal to transcend his current state. Why would he do that, you ask? Excellent question. He was seeking the secrets of the runes, ancient symbols that held the keys to magic, wisdom, and the fabric of reality itself. This self-sacrifice was his way of proving himself worthy, of delving into the depths of the unknown. Now, let's delve into these runes. They weren't just an old alphabet, they were considered sacred symbols with deep mystical significance. Each rune had its own meaning, sound, and magical properties. As Odin hung on Yggdrasil, he went through a profound transformation. On the verge of death, he stared into the abyss, and on the ninth night, the secrets of the runes were revealed to him in a flash of understanding. He didn't just see the runes, he felt them, absorbed their essence. He grasped them in his hands, metaphorically speaking, and through this ordeal, he gained mastery over them. This wasn't knowledge to be hoarded. Odin became a teacher, sharing the wisdom of the runes with both gods and humans. He taught them how to use runes for writing, casting spells, healing, protection, and even divination. In essence, he brought the gift of literacy and magic to the worlds, a game changer for communication and wielding supernatural forces. It's like he unlocked the ultimate cheat codes of the universe. So, what's the deeper meaning behind all this? Odin's sacrifices are rich with symbolism. They demonstrate that true wisdom doesn't come easily. It often requires giving up something valuable, enduring hardships, or facing our own vulnerabilities. The act of sacrificing his eye represents giving up superficial sight to gain inner vision. Hanging on Yggdrasil symbolizes a death and rebirth, a common theme in mythologies around the world where the hero must undergo a transformation. It's a metaphor for personal growth. Sometimes, to gain new perspectives or achieve greatness, we have to let go of old parts of ourselves or endure challenging experiences. These stories invite us to reflect on our own lives. What are we willing to sacrifice to achieve our goals? How do our struggles shape us? Odin's tale is as much about introspection as it is about adventure. Odin's influence on Norse culture and mythology is profound. He isn't just a distant deity sitting on a throne. He's actively involved in the tales of gods and men. He often disguises himself as an old wanderer, testing the hospitality and integrity of humans he meets, rewarding or punishing them accordingly. His escapades are numerous. For example, there's the story of how he obtained the mead of poetry by tricking a giantess, thereby granting the gift of poetic inspiration and eloquence to gods and humans. In preparation for Ragnarok, the prophesied end of the world, Odin gathers the bravest warriors who have fallen in battle to Valhalla, where they train for the final conflict. He's always strategizing, always thinking ahead. Comparing him to other mythologies, Odin shares similarities with figures like Prometheus, who suffered for bringing fire, knowledge, to humanity in Greek mythology, or Thoth, the Egyptian god of knowledge and writing. Even in Hindu mythology, we see parallels with gods seeking knowledge and making sacrifices. It's fascinating to see these recurring themes across cultures. They highlight how deeply humanity values wisdom and the lengths we're willing to go to attain it. Fast forward to today, and Odin's presence is still going strong. He's made appearances in blockbuster movies like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, portrayed by none other than Anthony Hopkins. While the movies put their own spin on the character, they introduce Odin and Norse mythology to millions of people worldwide. He's also featured prominently in video games like God of War, where he's portrayed as a complex antagonist, and Assassin's Creed Valhalla, where players immerse themselves in a world steeped in Norse lore. Books, TV shows, comics, you name it, Odin's there. Neil Gaiman's American Gods features Odin as Mr. Wednesday, a central character navigating the modern world. These contemporary interpretations keep the old myths alive and relevant, sparking interest in people to explore the original stories. Furthermore, there's a resurgence in pagan and neo-pagan practices, with some individuals and groups reviving the worship of Norse gods, including Odin. For them, he's not just a mythological figure but a source of spiritual connection and inspiration, embodying qualities they aspire to. So, in our modern hustle and bustle, what can we learn from Odin's quest? Quite a bit, actually. Firstly, the pursuit of knowledge is a timeless endeavor. In a rapidly changing world filled with information overload, seeking true wisdom, understanding, not just data, is invaluable. Odin's sacrifices teach us about the importance of dedication. Goals worth achieving often require effort, perseverance, and sometimes, giving up immediate comforts for long-term benefits. Whether it's pursuing education, mastering a skill, or personal growth, there are parallels to be drawn. Maybe it's staying up late to study, investing time and energy into a project, or facing fears to overcome personal obstacles. Moreover, Odin's story encourages us to be proactive seekers, not passive receivers. He didn't wait for knowledge to come to him, he went out and sought it, even when it was difficult. In essence, channeling a bit of Odin's relentless curiosity and courage can inspire us to push boundaries, explore new horizons, and embrace lifelong learning. Alright, folks, let's bring this epic journey to a close. We've delved into the captivating tales of Odin, the All-Father, exploring his incredible sacrifices in the pursuit of wisdom. From giving up his eye for a sip from Mimir's well to hanging on the world tree to uncover the secrets of the runes, his stories are as profound as they are inspiring. These myths aren't just ancient stories, they're reflections of universal themes that continue to resonate. They remind us that the quest for knowledge is a noble pursuit, that sacrifice can lead to growth, and that wisdom is a treasure worth seeking. I hope this deep dive into Norse mythology has sparked your interest and maybe even inspired you to explore more about these fascinating tales. Thank you so much for joining me on this adventure. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends who might find it interesting, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more mythological explorations and stories from around the world. Until next time, keep seeking, keep learning, and stay curious. The screen fades out with a final image of Yggdrasil silhouetted against the cosmos, as the Norse-inspired music swells. Credits roll with acknowledgements and thanks.